Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the LaKeisha J. Richards Show. You know what time it is, and you definitely know what day it is. That's right, it is Thursday, and we are here with another episode of the LaKeisha J. Richards Show. I am so honored that you are here with me. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to call somebody on the phone and let them know that the LaKeisha J. Richards Show is on. It is so important that you do that for me because we want to make sure that everybody know what we're doing over here, okay? I love y'all so much. Y'all rock out with me each and every week, and I don't take it for granted. You know, we educate, we empower, and we equip you for greatness. It's an honor for me to be able to share this platform with so many of you who are doing some amazing things. That's why God has given me this mountain of media. He know that I am here to help to push the next one up and to encourage and just spotlight different people. So I am honored that he would even give me this assignment. You know, every week I have to take a moment and just say thank you to the owners of this amazing network. I'm talking about Dr. Alton and Dr. Nakay Natson. Yes, give it up for them. They are the founders of this TV network, the Zenith TV network. God is truly expanding our territories, and He is doing some amazing things here for this family. So I am excited. I don't want to prolong the time because you all know I have a very special guest that I'm about to bring to the stage. And guess what, y'all? This is the first male that we had to come to the show. So you know I am excited. It's the first, but he will not be it will not be the last. And I'm pretty sure we will bring my guest back because you know it's only 30 minutes, so it's not so much that we can talk about in 30 minutes, but I'll probably be bringing it back anyway. But I'm just so honored at this time. I want you to help me join in welcoming to the LaKeisha J. Richards Show. I'm talking about Dr. Jonathan Haynes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing so fantastic on this Thursday evening. I'm so excited about our conversation on tonight.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. I know you are busy. I see you doing a lot of things on social media. Congratulations to everything that you are doing. But I want you to tell the people who is Dr. Jonathan Haynes. Tell us.
Yes, my name is Dr. Jonathan Haynes. I'm 27 years old from Gulfport, Mississippi. I'm an award winning gospel recording artist, 4-time international best-selling author, motivational speaker, podcaster. I have an e-commerce store line, clothing line, Songbird Apparel. I just got my medical coaching license for mental health coaching, and the list goes on. But I'm a child of God doing simply everything that God has put in front of me, and I'm doing it and I'm loving it thus far.
Come on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you say 27?
Yes, yes, yes.
My God. Well, I'm telling you, I just want to say congratulations to everything that you are doing. You definitely don't look like you're 27. You're handling the assignments, the grace that's on your life. You're handling it well. I want you to just take a minute to talk to us. You know, I always have to ask my guests in the midst of all the titles and all the things that you're doing, how do you have balance? Because you're wearing a lot of hats.
Yes, 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 yes. How do I take balance? I have to make sure that my body is healthy and to make sure that my mind, first of all, is able to maintain everything that I go through. And so sometimes two, three times out of a day or a week or whatever, I try to take at least an hour to myself because I don't want to put so much on my plate that I'm mentally drained. And so God had to sit me down just this couple of days because I had a cold and like I had a singing event. I can't do it. My voice was gone. I said, "Oh God, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to sit down because usually I just go ahead and do it anyway." And I said, "I'm going to take this break." And so now I'm back and better, but it's always taking time mentally and physically. Sometimes I have things on my plate. I just can't do it. So taking the necessary time of rest and making sure I'm not putting too much on my plate at the same time. So it's all about balancing your time and make sure you have enough rest.
My God, you said a mouthful there. You know, my guest that was with us on last week said the same thing. She said she takes Mondays.
Hmm.
Mondays is her day for self-care.
Hmm.
And she has a reason why she takes Mondays. But I think especially where we are now, it's so important that we take that time that we need to rest. We take that time for self-care because like you said, we want to go, 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 go. But a lot of times in the midst of the going, we can't actually hear from God like we need to when we're constantly going. He's telling us to rest, but we're saying, but God, I got to do this. And God, I got to meet this deadline. And God, I got to do that. But he's saying, no, I need you to rest because sometimes he really wants to take over our schedule because we're just simply doing too much. Would you agree?
Yes, yes, yes. And if it was me, I would put so much on my plate that I'm just literally all over the place. Because my assistant told me you don't have any rest to almost September, and I said we're gonna have to go back and figure something out because I need time for myself. So if it was me, I would take on so much, but we do have to find that balance and try to make sure that we do things in decency and in order.
Come on, come on. And if you're listening on tonight, we want you to know, just as we said on last week, it's okay. It's okay to say no. Even as the man of God said, he's going to have to go back even over his schedule and he's going to have to figure some things out because sometimes we can become so busy that we don't even realize that we're saying yes to everything. But saying yes to everything does not mean that we're saying yes to God. So we got
Right.
to learn how to be productive. It's a difference between being busy and being productive. If God is saying to slow down, then we have to learn how to slow down. And I know my schedule is definitely not as busy as yours, not yet, but I'm learning to pace myself because I am getting older. And there are so many other things that God is requiring of me. And I want to make sure in this season and in the next season that He's preparing me for, that I have the clarity that I need and that my body is fit to be able, my God, Jesus, have mercy. I just said something right there. That
Mhm.
my mind, my mental, and my physical will fit in the season. Glory be to God that He is taking me into. Lord have mercy. You're going to have to talk on that one because God just gave me that one. I just felt something when He gave me that.
Yes, it's all about what you said. We shifted into the right season and allowing God to dictate our future. And I agree with that because sometimes we get into these places and we see who's on the flyer, and you're going to say, "Oh, this might be a great chance for me to be on with these type of people." When God is saying, "It's not your time, it's not your season. Just wait on me," and we do it. And then we go through the opportunity. It was nothing like we thought it was going to be. And he's like, "I told you, sit down. Now the next time you're going to wait on me." So it's very important because I get offers all the time. And yes, I have known a lot of people. I've been around so many people in the industry that I'm like, is this an opportunity that's going to be good for me or for God? And I look at it and say, I know this is an opportunity just for me to have my name on a flyer. And I say, I'm not going to do it. And then when I wait by 3 to 4 months, God blesses me even the more with an even fantastic opportunity. So sometimes we need to wait on God. The enemy comes with the glitz and glam as well, just trying to put you in those situations. So you need to really know, is this God or is this the attack of the enemy trying to put me somewhere I know I prayed myself out of?
Come on. Is this God or is this a trick of the enemy? Come on here. I love that because you know what? If it's God, it's going to be smooth. If
Yes.
it's of the enemy, like you said, you're gonna have to pray yourself out of that. And ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that because what is for us, it is for us. And I definitely can testify to what you're saying. Sometimes it's just not the season. It's not that the opportunity is not going to come around again, but I also believe that even in this season that God will test us to see, are we going to be still? Are we really going to trust him? Or are we going to try to go through that door that we know we're not ready yet, that he has not given us the okay yet, just because, like you said, our names will look good on the flyer, our pictures will look good on the flyer, but God is saying, no, yes, the door is going to be open, but now is not the time. What you say about that?
Yes, yes, yes. It's simply yes, yes, yes. Because I've just got some great opportunities to be on Word Network, and I'm like, oh, this is one of the most fantastic, opportunities of life. And God said, it's not your time yet. You done got this offer 2 to 3, 4 times in the past year, and He's saying, wait on me, because every time I get the date, it's not working. I'm trying to work it. He said, wait on me, because when your time is going to come, it's going to come. Yes, Word Network is a great opportunity, but when you wait on Him, He's gonna make everything decent order. The flight gonna work. The time gonna work. Situations gonna change and say, how about this? We can reschedule this for this. When it's your time, it's your time.
Come on. And when it's your time, no demon, no devil, no witch, no warlock is going to stop it. You're going to be able to walk through that door
Yes.
knowing that you have the favor of God and the blessing of God on your life, and you're going to be able to do it with ease. So
Yeah.
I definitely agree. We could continue on that right there because that in itself is powerful. I know you mentioned that you're a gospel recording artist. At what age did you know that that's what you wanted to be? You wanted to go venture off into being a gospel recording artist. How did that start for you?
Yes, I grew up in the church. I got baptized at 6 years old. And at 6 years old, I did my very first solo. It was around Christmas time, and it was Happy Birthday, Jesus. And I remember getting a standing ovation. And my mom looked at the crowd. She was like, okay, it's something on the inside of you. Fast forward, I started taking piano lessons. And my mom told the teacher that I had a little gift. And she worked me, Miss Barnes. She's retired now, but she trained me in voice lessons and piano lessons. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know or would have known that this is what I want to do. And then fast forward, I graduated from high school at Harris Central High School in 2014. And I was a substitute teacher because I love kids. And I can remember around 1920, I was like, I love kids, but I want to do this. I was already Monday through Friday, I was a substitute teacher. And then on the weekends, I would sing everywhere. And I was like, I want to do this each and every day. And I remember a student that I didn't even know come up to me and say, this is not what you want to do. And I knew that was confirmation for God because I was like, I don't know him. He was like, this is not what you want to do. And so I put in my 2 week notice. And so for the past 7 years, I've been doing this. I've been doing this as a full time career, and God has been there each and every step of the way, and I wouldn't change a thing.
My God, look at that. Look at that. As you were talking, had it not been for your mom being sensitive and
Mm-hmm.
being able to see what was down on the inside of you, who is to say that you would be where you are now? God is just so amazing. And I think it's so important as parents that we are sensitive and we pay attention to those things that's in our children because, when you're small like that, you really don't know what you want to do. But as we continue to pay attention and be sensitive and stay in prayer, God will always begin to talk to us so that we can mold and cultivate the gift that's on the inside of you. How important would you say that is for parents?
I think it's very important because when we want to do something and your parent is all for it and helping you and directing you to the right plans, a lot of times some children don't have those type of parents. They want you to go to school, get your education, and they'll say after you do all this, you can do it. But my mother made sure I did go to school, and then we went into. She wanted to say, you want to do music? Then she put me into plays. I started doing plays, and then piano, and then voice lessons could say, if this is what you want to do, this is what you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. So it was like you're still going to school, but you're going to do your other things. And if this is what you really want to do it, and you don't have a problem going after school, she was testing me to see if this is what I want to do. And I went to school and I went to do them plays on the weekdays. I had play rehearsal. I was at church in the choir rehearsal. She made sure I stayed in church as well. So I was at choir rehearsal, Bible study, church on Sunday, went to school, was in daycare at that time, daycare or child care, got out, went to play rehearsal, and I didn't get home until 10 o'clock at night, but I knew this is something that I want to do. And she said, okay, and I'm grateful for her because I wouldn't be who I am today.
Come on, come on. And the gift is working.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes.
paying off. So we thank God for mama. I tell you, I'm a PK, so I grew up in the church, so I definitely can testify. And I really missed from singing. We went through some transitions within our ministry, and the saying that says, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And I think that's true because I just got so comfortable that I stopped singing, but singing has always been my love. I'm
Hmm.
a worshiper and I love to sing, but for so many years I didn't, because like I said, we were just dealing with so many different things. And just hearing you talk about that, I'm like, Lord, you gotta, I might have to come to you for some singing lessons and kind of get my voice going back again, because I truly love singing. And growing up, we had a family group. And we used to sing all over the place. And, that was something that I wanted to do as well. And I felt that I was going to eventually become a gospel recording artist, because I've sung with some great people as well. Background and things of that nature. But like I said, sometimes if you don't stay focused, the enemy will be there to just kind of deter you from what it is that you really need to do. But again, thank God for those U-turns. Thank God that God will still allow us to, make that U-turn and get us back to where we need to be. And I'm just so thankful for that. So like I said, I may have to reach out to you to kind of get my voice back where it needs to be. And who knows, I might be coming out with an album, y'all, because I'm
Right.
telling you, that's something that I always wanted to do. My brother, he was a drummer. He still plays. He don't play as much, but we come from a musical family. And I just thank God for that time, and just hearing you, talk about it. It just kind of stirred something up. My parents tried to get me and my brother to take piano lessons, but we had our mind on so many other things. Like you said, it was church. Seemed like we went in church every night, and I was just tired. I wanted to be a little girl, but nevertheless, God allows you turn. So I thank God for that, and I thank God for your testimony and all that God is doing for you. Congratulations to you. I know you talked about being a serial entrepreneur. Talk to us about that and what you have going on.
Yes, there's so much going on, but God is truly amazing. I have Jonathan Haynes Ministries LLC, which is my music, my ministry, and my gift. And then we have Songbird Productions, which is a production company getting people that want to be in music the right recording deals, the right recording studios, pitching them to different type of people, or putting them in the place where they want to be. So I give you all the steps and all the tools that I have and get you to the right places, and they take you on from there. I have JH Consulting, which I'm a lifestyle coach and motivational speaker. So, encouraging people to be their best selves and be who God has called them to automatically be. And then I just got my mental health coaching license. I have two more courses, but I got the license. So we added that because I am a survivor of trying to commit suicide 3 times. And so someone came up to me and said, why won't you just add mental health coaching to it? You know all the steps and criteria for that, so just put a degree to that. And so now I have that as well. And so I'm just staying the course and doing what God has called me to be. It's a lot because, as you know, being a serial entrepreneur and doing music at the same time and an author and all that takes time. But I asked God for this, and I'm showing him that I'm able to do everything that I said I was told, what I told him that I could do.
Come on, to whom much is given, much is required. And I thank God. Like I said, you're wearing the hats well, and we thank God for the grace upon your life. And I am so excited about when you talked about mental health, because where we are now, it is needed. If it's
Yeah.
never been needed before, my God, it is needed now. So I'm so thankful to hear you talk about that. And I thank God that you're still here in
Yes.
spite of what the attacks from the enemy. I thank God that you're still here and you're able to talk about it. You're able to encourage and help the next person. If you don't mind, just take maybe 2 minutes and just kind of share with us what that was like for you.
Yes, so around 11 years old, I lost my father to a brain aneurysm. And it was around Christmas time that the last time I spoke to him, but I was worried about the gifts and the toys as a child. And I didn't even get to tell him I love you. I just hung up the phone. And so, as you can imagine, your father and your mother are your best friends, your supporters, your ride or dies. And so, at that time, I just couldn't handle the things that was coming to me. The enemy said, You didn't care about your father. That's why he's dead now. You know, that's what mental health, those things go through, enemy, depression, and all those types of things. And I was around 10 to 11 at the time, and I just couldn't handle it. And so my very first time trying to commit suicide was at 14. I was doing drugs, I was smoking weed, I was doing all these things that I knew I had no business growing up in the church. And so I did all these things from 12, 13, 14, acting up. I was failing school. I was doing drugs, hanging out with gangs, smoking weed, stealing, and then my first attempt was at 14. Fast forward 15 to 16, 17, everything was going right. Then the same people that I was around at 14 came back. And it put me back down another downward spiral, and I tried for the second time. And then at 20, which was 7 years ago, as I said, I just started doing what I said God has called me to do. But the pressures of life came and said, you're not like this person. You should be father. You should be on this platform. You can't sing. You shouldn't be able to sing because you don't have a voice like this, and this. And I can remember being at my grandmother's house because I knew they had guns. And I went and got a gun. I unlocked it, put the bullets in it, pulled the trigger, but the bullet didn't come out. And I remember that time because that was the most traumatic that I ever did. I said, thank you, God, for saving my life for real this time. And I remember saying, I want to give my life back to God. And I remember saying, God, use me in a way like never before and use me to your advancement. And he said, in 5 years, I'm going to blow your mind. Fast forward to 5 years, everything that I have acquired was in those 5 years during the pandemic as well. I was just a recording artist, y'all, doing before the pandemic hit. Everything that came after that was during the pandemic in those 5 years. So that's why I always say God has a way of flipping the script and putting you in places that men can't even imagine. You just have to trust and wait on him.
My God. Listen, I wasn't going to stop you. I was just going to let you keep on going. Listen, that was a preach right there. My God. And look at what the Lord has done in less than what, 5 years?
In 5 years, he said he was going to blow my mind because I said I was a recording artist. And then the pandemic happened. I said, God, what am I going to do? Because I'm used to traveling. How am I going to make money? And the first book came. The first book was called Make It Happen. And it literally changed my life because it was so many successful. As you said, I was the only male in the book. It was a whole bunch of my sisters, now I call them, that seen something in me, said, I want you to come on my platform. I want you to come on my TV show, radio show. I want you to come on my conference. I want to do this. And so everything, the speaking and all these things came after that. People saw something in me about my story, and it literally changed my life. From doing all these things to getting a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award this year, to getting an honorary doctorate last year of April. All these things because somebody saw something in me when I thought I didn't even wasn't even supposed to be here. So everything that I have acquired came in those 5 years. That's why I say God is an amazing God. We have to trust in him and depend on him. Even when it don't feel like he's there and it feels like all hope is lost, our time is coming. We just have to wait the course and wait on him.
My God, if I had my towel, I was over here looking to see if I could find my towel. Throw my towel at you. My God, listen, if you are watching, I don't know how you came on this show. If you came discouraged, baby, let me tell you, you will leave encouraged, empowered, educated, equipped tonight because the man of God has dropped some gems. I am so excited. I don't even know, to be honest with you, I don't even know how we connected. But I'm sitting over here, I'm like, God,
It
look
was
at
God.
God.
I say it was God.
It was God.
Simply God. I know my assistant goes through databases and things to get me to, shows, and I have a publisher now. And so they get me on shows, things like that. As somebody that I knew went on your show and they just connected. And that's all I say is God's timing and God's connection because you never know who God's going to connect you to.
Listen, clearly, I'm telling you, you have just blessed me tonight. I'm like, my God, look at this. Oh, I feel so honored. The LaKeisha J. Richards show.
Oh, thank you.
I feel so honored. Oh my goodness. Listen, if you have not already, I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to tag somebody. I want you to tell them that the LaKeisha J. Richards show, we are on, and the man of God has come through here tonight. I told y'all that I'm going to bring him back. I have to because it's too much on the inside of him. that we need to talk about. I'm actually working on something. I don't want to release it just yet because I'm still waiting on some directions from the Holy Spirit, but I believe that I definitely want to have you to come and be a part of that as well. In the next few minutes that we have, tell the people, I don't know if you have any concerts or you have any products or events. I want you to tell the people what you have coming up, and I want you to tell them how they can connect with you. Make sure you give them your website and all of that good stuff.
Yes, the most thing that's upcoming is the my fifth book, The Heart of a Black Man, which is coming April the 30th. It's 30 successful black men in the book where you don't get that a lot, telling their stories of how they overcame trials and tribulations to be who God has called them to be. You know, a lot of times as black men, we go through so much, so to have 30 men sharing their testimonies in the book about they overcoming triumphs to be successful. And my chapter title is called The Rising King. That's all I can give you, to be that rising king or prince that God has called you to be. So that's coming out April the 30th. It'll be on Amazon. And I'm gonna give you the information to follow me, so you'll see that by April the 30th. Go on Amazon and type in the heart of a black man. Excuse me, but you can reach me simply at my website at jonathanlhaynes.com. That's JONATHANLHAYNES.com, and it has a link. Book Dr. Jonathan Haynes for your next event. Whatever you're trying to do, you hit that, type in your name and information, whatever it is, and it will go to my assistant and come to me. Or you can get my business phone number at 228-346-1535. That's 228-346-1535 to connect with me, and I will get to you as soon as possible. I'm on Instagram. I am Dr. Jonathan. On Facebook, it's Dr./Jonathan Haynes. And Twitter is JONL Haynes. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Let me be a part of something that you have, and let's get it in 2023.
Come on, let's get it in 2023. You know, before you and we came together, I was playing the song by Pastor Mike Jr., Impossible. And
Yeah.
just listening at your testimony here tonight, listen, people of God, if God can use this man of God and do what he has done for and through this man of God, he has no respect to persons, even though I like to say I am his favorite. Y'all know I say that all the time, so don't trip. I am his favorite. I'm his daughter. And I just thank God for being who I am to him. But anywho, we thank God for the grace on this man of God's life. I'm telling you, there is nothing that is impossible. And those of you here on this platform, make sure you connect with him. Make sure that you, when that book comes out, because I'm thinking of a couple of people right now that I definitely want to make sure that I support and get the book and give the book out. We want to support each other. That's what it's about. That's what this platform is about. Make sure you follow him. And if you have anything going on, connect with him. I am so excited. And I just want to thank your assistant, whoever it was, that connected us. To
Yeah.
God be the glory. I thank you so much, because I know in the beginning it was like a little challenging there because I had some things going on, but God's timing is everything.
It
It's
is.
everything. So I just bless God. So take the next 30 seconds and just encourage somebody.
Yes, I want to tell you, never give up. God has a way of flipping the script and being where you should be. God is an amazing God. You're not going to be in that same place that you're in. Be who God has called you to be. You are that giant. You're going to make it. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard the kind of blessing that's about to fall on you. Be the change that you want to see, and make sure that nobody can tell you what you can't do, because if God is before us, who can be against us?
Come on, be the change you want to be. Come on here. I love it. I love it, man of God. Thank you so much for coming to the LaKeisha J. Richards Show. We have to bring you back. For those of you who are in Rock Hill, I will be at this amazing women's conference, empowerment lunching on Saturday, May the 20th from 12 to 4. If you are in the surrounding areas and you would like to be a part, make sure that you reach out to me so that I can give you the information so that we can see you at this event. God is doing some amazing things. If you want to be a part of the LaKeisha J. Richards Show, make sure you connect with me as well so that we can get you here and hear your testimony, hear your story as well. Well, I love each and every one of you. As always, it's a blessing. I love you, and there is nothing that you can do about it. We'll see you on next week. 3AB got the sauce, boy.